Poor Casca, she took all those hostages for nothing.
Whoops. What am I gonna do with all
Foreshadowing,
these?
Freddy. Stop.
So, when last we left our heroes, what happened? We returned from Caradrin to the capital.
The attack on my life has left me scarred.
We talked to Angiers.
Angiers is alive.
Which is what that was a reference to.
He's doing better.
He's going to introduce us to say some remarks on the floor. So we have to put a little speech together. So to avoid doing that, we went to the Seven Cats.
Basta.
Basta had a quest for us. So we may or may not do some light thievery.
A little cat burglary, if you will. So you still have a little time to be about town if there's anything else you want to do. Axel had asked you to check in.
But we're going to bother
See
him
the grand opening?
tomorrow.
As
with
a
Marianne.
reason. Well, we told Marianne that.
We need to have a discussion about what the fuck we're doing.
I thought we had a consensus. We just weren't happy.
Are we back in the room now?
Let's say yes.
As you like it. Great. I just not a conversation for the street.
No, I know. I thought our consensus was Casca. It's just none of us were
Right, yes.
overjoyed about it.
Yes. I think the question becomes, what do we say?
Yes.
I think it might be a bit trite to say each of them have their good qualities and each of them would be an effective leader, but we can only choose one. But
I think that's something we have to say.
I think that trite is the way these sort of things work.
Yes.
I have no knowledge of them personally,
awful.
It's the thing to say, you know? There's a
Right.
way these things have to proceed.
Right.
but you would know the most about these things, Surrie.
Yes, which is next to nothing, but...
We are not exactly a worldly bunch on that front.
you are next to me and I would know nothing, so...
Yes.
Did Bernard say that he was not putting himself forward?
He
I
said he
don't-
was considering dropping out.
I don't really want to think about that interaction if it's alright with everyone.
Unfortunately, I think it's something we have to consider. But if they're all speaking before we do, then if that is what he chooses to do, we will know then.
Could we speak to him before?
Yep, you can speak to any of them if you like.
What if we get Bernard to put forward his name in Casca's favor?
I don't know if I follow. You want him to put himself forward or you want him to...
No, to have him say that he is no longer interested in leading and that he would prefer to see Casca taken as the new leader.
If that's the way he feels.
It would
Yes.
lend an air of legitimacy to it.
I feel a bit bad for Alasia if he does that, but I don't see what would stop any of them from doing it.
This is not a thing that we can let feelings intrude upon.
Well, it is not... It is simply conjecture either way, but I do not know that he would back either one of them.
No, but as he is the least likely to truly put his name forward, we could inquire a thought.
Yes, not to make him do anything he wouldn't want to or wouldn't do naturally, just
Correct.
to perhaps see what his plan is.
Alright.
I think we lend as much legitimacy as we do by being us. I do not think there is any... I do not know. I do not... This game is not one that I comprehend, and so I wish for it to be as simple as possible on our end. I think we were asked to give our opinion, and if we can give our opinion and be done with it.
Whatever choice we make will have to be the right one. I chafe with that idea, but it's something we're going to have to get used to.
Yes, well, what we've been told is a choice is the right choice.
Right, we've been told there are no wrong choices. There just needs to be one.
So, who's
If I don't
speaking?
wish us to talk to anyone beforehand, I will not stop anyone, but I will not do so myself.
I don't think it should be me.
Sure. I'm not arguing.
I do not think I could effectively lie and say that I prefer Casca to be taken, to be elected.
Are you alright that that's the choice we're making?
I am alright with that as I can be. Again, Freddy thinks that Casca's the right...
I'm asking Kashek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have made that decision.
Alright.
If If no one else wishes to, I could speak for us.
I can do it.
Whatever.
You can do it.
That was
making
Robin's face.
Oh, I see. Stop making that face.
So what do I say? I'm not used to public speaking. I was in a room alone for 19 years.
Well, I think
It's a big step for you.
I know feelings aren't supposed to be part of this, but I just think from the
Neither are
heart.
random wanderers. Here we are, though.
Well, each of them has some redeeming quality. It's not like any of them are completely terrible. Speak on one of those.
This
and
is,
then...
I think, why you are not speaking. No offense meant.
I've got an idea of what I will say.
It is best to keep these things brief.
Yes.
We do not want to get ourselves into trouble.
If you're stuck, just think, what would Seren say? And then don't do that.
Understood. I'll figure it out. So now... we just wait?
We could fast travel.
Yeah, we can fast forward if you want. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna skip forward and put my duds on.
Yeah. we're putting our fancy
Let's
clothes
get
on?
dressy.
Okay.
Gave you an out.
No, I can do it.
There you go.
I can cast guidance.
I can inspire, though.
Miss Elsa.
I lied, I can cast resistance.
If you
It
need
should
to
be a
make
saving throw for a panic attack.
you need to make a con save.
Alrighty. You head back to the central island that takes shape around the Tower of the Stars, back to the Senate Chambers, which has now become something of a, if not a home, at least certainly a familiar space to you. Making your way inside, you see Angier's waiting in...
Waiting.
Good grief, he's mating!
Good grief, I'm naked.
Oh, great start. Cool. Waiting for you.
It's okay, the teleprompter's drunk.
And he turns around, and he's dressed resplendently in sort of this golden, it's like that Renaissance, it's like Renaissance Italy, like
Shaw.
jacket thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Doublet.
He looks the tits is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And you make your way in, and he turns and gives you all a warm, if slightly strained smile. He says, our new champions, heroes of Arcadia. Well, how are you feeling? Have you come to a decision?
Yes.
We have.
Excellent. Well, how this will work is I shall introduce you. The successors shall speak. We shall take a short recess so the senators can contemplate what they've heard. Then you shall make your recommendation, and then the vote shall commence. Does that all sound in sport?
Yes.
Well, there's no time like the present. Shall we?
Let's.
Follow me. And he takes you to the opposite wing, across to the other palace. You have been staying in the sort of ducal chambers. The Senate chambers are on the other side of the island, surrounding the Tower of the Stars. And you make your way in. There's a sort of a grand entryway which opens up into this stadia seating, if you will. You know, like the
Nice word.
Thank you. Like the sort of Greek and Roman theaters from days past. And as you make your way in, there are dozens and dozens of individuals inside. There's an energy in the air as these people take their places and chat anxiously, excitedly, and quietly amongst each other. And all take notice of you as you make your way in, some giving you slight nods or bows or even a little clap as you make your way in.
Just out of caution, is it too busy in here for me to properly tell if anybody's acting suspicious?
You could do a quick vibe check, a general insight.
Like, I don't know, is there a weirdly shady looking guy in the corner with his hood pulled up and a big knife or something?
You should go for it.
Well, that's on the vibe check, 14.
Not that you can tell. I mean, you've never been in here before. You don't know exactly what the
Yeah.
standard is. You know that this doesn't happen very often, that the entire Senate meets in this chamber at the same time is usually reserved for big things.
Grima Wormtongue isn't, like, pacing back and forth.
No,
with
you
like
don't-
a
you
This is a big place.
You don't see any grimoire
Okay.
tongues from your vantage down here.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of short, so.
Excellent. Well, if you'll follow me, I shall take you to where you shall be sat for the proceedings. And he takes off towards the left, and there are sort of 3 big exits out of this bottom level that ramp up into the seats surrounding. He takes you up one, at the top of which is a long hallway which you walk down. And moving down this hallway, the sides are plastered with these beautiful paintings of the heroes of the songs past. You've got, of course, Miranda de Arcadia, Son Nina, Himbo the Mighty, Lyle the Sly, Gollenswog of the Bog, Daedalus the Builder, etc., etc., etc. Your forebears, if you will.
I have 4 bearers?
Until finally you are brought up to, for lack of a better word, it's the box seats up at the top of the sort of stadium chambers.
Oh God, Mr. Lincoln, no!
There are 4 chairs set out for you as well, with a delightful bowl of fruit sat next to each. Please take your seats. From here, you will observe them speaking, and then when it is your turn to speak, you shall make your pronouncement from here. As is customary here in Arcadia, our heroes were beacons that we look to, so all will gaze up at your splendor. No pressure. That's just how we do things here. Well, I want to thank you all again for doing this. I know it's not easy, but it is vital and critical, and I dare say I could have found better souls than you to perform such a dangerous task.
We're honoured.
But of course. Well, I must take my place. I'll be the one down there. Thank you again.
Break a leg.
Well, I should certainly hope not.
I thought that was the thing you say to somebody before they go. I'll sign you lied to me.
Performers.
Oh, so what do I tell him to break if he's not?
I don't think you do.
Okay. Shaq's just like, oh, fruit.
Gives a little bird tongue in there.
Yes.
Ah, ew.
Yes. Well, any questions before I go?
Do we have to?
I assume security has been increased.
Oh yes, Casca see to that personally. No more mix-ups like the last festivity I invited you to. You don't I remember it well. You needn't remind me.
Good luck, Chancellor.
Oh, thank you. Yes, well, it's been some time since I was in front of the chambers. Bed rest is nice, but taken away but my edge. I hope I remember my old self.
Resistance.
Oh, well, thank you, Master Bishop. That's very kind. Oh, I feel a spring in my step. I haven't felt. Oh, no, but
Oh, not that much.
no, it's my back though. Okay.
You
Yeah.
should calm your nerves.
Yes, indeed. Well, good luck.
Think
Turns to go.
Hold my pink friend's hand for a while.
everything will be okay.
You all look very nice.
So do you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's been a day, and it hasn't even happened the thing yet.
The sooner it's over with, the better, I think.
We do find ourselves busy.
I cannot help be worried that, I don't know, the last time everyone was gathered like this.
The thought had crossed my mind as well, especially with it. And if there's any way to orient myself facing the direction where I saw the Tower of Stars on the way in.
Yeah, and in fact, the ceiling is open, and you can see the tip of it as you look up.
Then I will indicate, especially with that looming.
How high off the ground are we? Like how?
That's a good question. So yeah, it sort of slopes up to where you are, but you're probably like 4 stories up.
You can fly us out of here if there's trouble, right?
How many feet is
You
that?
can fly you
40?
out of here if there's trouble, right?
That's
Like
fair.
roughly 40, I think, give or take.
Yeah, call it 10 feet a story.
Yeah.
It's 20 or
That's
story.
not good.
I may be misremembering.
This is 10.
It doesn't matter.
How many feet? Story. 14.
Well, there you go.
It's an arbitrary number.
So, call it even 15, and then you got, so you're 60 feet up.
And how far above us, roughly, is the ceiling? Or lack thereof?
Call it another 15 feet.
I was going to say, is this an outdoor venue technically? Or?
So it's like semi-enclosed.
We have the shade runners.
The sort of like speaking area before. If you were to draw a line from that straight up, it's open at the top, but all the seats are covered.
This is
So we're like near the top.
Yeah, essentially, you're the top seat.
You're
top
the
box.
top
Nice.
of the Colosseum.
Who else is on our level?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
We're the heroes.
It's just y'all. You're like where the emperor sits in the Colosseum.
You know where the heights?
Me?
Sorry, no. Are you afraid of heights? No. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just nervous in general for this situation.
Okay. You take your seats. And the din and chatter begins to grow and grow louder and louder as more people filter in and take their seats until suddenly you hear bong, bong, bong. And you see Tangiers wobbling his way in, striking a gong as he makes his way in.
Oh, buddy.
Senators of the Republic, the time has come at last. Please take your seats. And we shall begin the heavy task this day is laid out for us. Trouble have been times of late, but I have all the confidence in the world that choosing a leader, a singular vision, as Arcadia has always been driven by, will right the course. We have today the 3 successors who will speak and make their case to you all, as well as is customary, recommendation of heroes, champions of the Republic. They cured the plagues in the Westlands. They braved the Wolf's Wood forest deep in its heart, and they saved the remnants of Caradrin, pulling it back from the precipice of certain doom. They have demonstrated much in their time and have earned the right to speak at this council. Now, I introduce you, though you know them well already, our successors. They shall speak. I ask you to consider their words fairly and fully. And he sort of turns to the side and gestures to Casca first.
Yes, bitch.
Casca? And he goes off and sort of stands to the side. Casca steps forward. They're sort of aligned up, standing in a line. The other 2 remain where they are, and Casca steps forward into sort of the center. And she looks to the senators, and then to each of you in turn from far below. Senators, we face a difficult choice, made all the more so by difficult times. Long have we trusted in our ships, our coin, and our heroes to keep safe our city. These things are what we are today, but not what we came from. Miranda de Arcadia, our founder, our forever queen, was a warrior. She was also a product of difficult times, with Eurovian masters holding tightly the chain around her people's throats. And what did she do, I ask? She did not court the Eurovians. She did not parley or bribe them. She cut her chains, drove them back past the mountains at the edge of the world, and made the finest kingdom, the finest city the earth has ever known. Her blood courses through my veins and gives my arms strength. Enemies close in around us once again, rattling chains and sharpening swords. And what do? We bicker amongst ourselves while our enemy moves with reckless abandon across our lands. Caradrin could have been spared had we acted faster. They struck at our very heart with impunity not months ago in this very building, injuring our chancellor and threatening our very way of life. What I offer is a return to our roots, a return to the strength of our warrior queen. I will drive our enemies before us with sword and arrow and blood and make them rue the day they dared threaten the children of Arcadia. And with that, she turns on her heel
So,
All right.
You had to know
Good
that was going to
speech.
happen.
I know.
Good.
As soon as we pick an option, and that the DM hears out loud, know your ways.
What? Is that not true to character?
Sure
That's
is.
okay. We're gonna have a chance to discuss.
Next. Bernard,
Oh,
if you would.
buddy. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and follow that.
Bernard does in fact step forward, somewhat timidly, not striking quite the figure Casca did, though they are all of a height. He seems about a foot shorter than his sister who just presented.
He has lived soon.
But he steps up. And then he looks up and he looks at all of you. Hello, honored senators, and thank you for gathering here today. I will endeavor to be brief, as we have had much time to ruminate on this already. I know I may not seem the obvious choice. I am bookish and reclusive. Long has it been a favoured jest at court that I much prefer the company of books to people. There's a bit of a laugh throughout the crowd. I will not deny its humour nor its truth. But for a moment, senators, I will ask you to consider what lay between those pages I spent so much time with. Knowledge. Knowledge of our land, and lands beyond. Knowledge of our past that may yet prove valuable to our future, and perhaps most important and above all, an earnest attempt to know the unknowable. As Casca said, we are indeed in difficult times, and things may be far worse than we imagine. Our noble champions, now in company, have discovered much in their travels. Of this land that we hold so dear, of its history we may have all wrong, and of a dark force beyond our understanding that threatens us more than anything else, the force that showed itself in these very chambers months ago and heralded our doom. This is what I pledge in my reign: to continue the work of and with our noble heroes, cast light on the shadow that grows beneath our feet, and save this land which I love above my own self. I know these matters are grim and unclear, and that is why they cannot be fought with sword and spear, only a weapon that exceeds them both in might, knowledge. Knowledge that lay in the pages of my books. Thank you. And he turns and goes.
All right.
That did not sound like a concession.
No, that sounded way less fire and brimstone than the last one did.
Finally, Alasia. She glides forward and takes her place elegantly at the center of the chamber. And she looks up appraisingly, and just before she begins to speak, slowly scans the stadium, taking in the breadth of the situation. Hello, my friends. Thank you for hearing us speak. I do not envy the choice that rests on your feet, nor the responsibility that rests on your shoulders. Deciding the course of our nation is a heavy burden, but let me speak my part, in the hopes that I make the choice a little easier and soothe troubled minds. Both my siblings have spoken on how they are the best choice for the times we face, and they may indeed be right. I have not Casca's martial will, nor Bernard's deep reserves of knowledge, which is exactly why I am so glad they are here, and will be here to lend their talents to this republic. But I ask you to consider this, dear friends. We are a land of heroes, it is true, but often we forget that heroes are not born. They are grown from humble roots. The greatest among us are of and by the people. People are our greatest strength, not coin, nor ship, nor heroic song. Casca would look to our people and put a sword in their hands. Bernard, a book. And these are just and necessary things, but before that I would have food in their bellies, love in their hearts and courage in their spirits. I would not have us blind ourselves, staring inexorably at an uncertain future, but instead turn to our neighbors and ask what it is they need. I listen to my siblings' words, and all I hear is that I must be afraid. With Casca, I fear war. With Bernard, I fear a shadow. But fear is not our way. It is through courage, unity, and partnership that we thrive. This is what I offer. Not the strength of my arm, nor my mind, but my heart that holds each and every one of our people within it. Thank you, noble friends, for what you do. I am at your mercy, wisdom, and good judgment. She bows deeply. Then Angier steps forward. We shall now shortly recess and ruminate on what we have heard. And we shall hear our noble champion speak, and the vote shall be cast, come what may. Thank you, senators.
We are like alone in this
Yes,
box
you are.
and well without earshot of anybody else.
As far as you can tell.
Are the senators going to debate in here?
No, in fact, they begin filing out.
Oh, I wanted to see like the screaming match.
They're like parliament. Is there anyone who could be eavesdropping upon us anywhere right now?
You would think so. I mean, you saw an inordinate amount of guards when you came in. I don't
Okay.
think I mentioned that, but that is a true is true facts. I mean, if there's anything you want to do to check, you're more than welcome to, but you feel relatively safe.
It's fine.
We're also going to publicly announce our decision.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, this is the thing.
Okay.
That did.
Taking all of that into account, Bernard is the only one who actually understands what's going on.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I gathered.
I'm having to divorce Ian and Hieros.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
I've wanted Bernard
not-
since he was introduced.
Oh, as have I.
Well,
But I mean, I'm not saying.
Kashek, if you say that in character, Seren would be inclined to agree with you.
Kishak would not say that.
But I mean something else.
Oh.
Having heard what we have, I cannot in good faith support Casca.
No.
No, she's wrong and she wants to go after the drow and that's wrong.
Thank you. It's them, but it's not.
It's not.
Bigger than.
It's not what she thinks. We know this. We know this.
I'm going to colour that opinion if you say it, though. You know that.
That's... It's not opinion, though. It's
Right.
fact.
Right.
She doesn't understand. She wasn't there.
No.
Encouraging.
Wasn't listening. Bernard's the only one who knows what's going on.
Yes. So, what do we do?
I think Alasia would listen to him.
I think that is correct.
Do we have time?
Yeah, you got as much time as you need.
You do not have to twist my wing to switch my vote to someone else.
Well then, are we agreed on who that should be?
It seems we are left with little choice.
We do not think Elijah.
Elijah is a leader for peaceful times.
I showed you all my reservations about her.
She's not incorrect, but I do fear that she and Casca misunderstand the scope in different ways.
Yes.
I wouldn't be unhappy with her. I just think Kashek is right. In a different time, she would be a
As they all would be.
Right.
We know this. We've
Right.
spoken on it.
hundreds of times.
Hey, DM.
Yes, sir.
Have any of us had the forethought as of yet to ask who the head of the military is?
It's Casca.
Yeah.
Okay, just confirming.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
We'll feel better about it.
Well, Bernard would have the nuclear codes at least. Oh no, I didn't like that face! Sorry.
What?
I think that's all I can say.
You know them better than I do. I have not seen their measure properly before.
You know, the weird thing is that we were so very close to seeing Casca's real measure.
Have we not seen it just now?
I think we have.
I think we have. That's upsetting. I feel like Bernard is the only one I really know anyway.
I feel the same way.
And not to be grim, but if it appears that we do need to make a different decision somewhere down the line, our chances against Bernard. We're not going to have to, I'm just saying.
Casca may not give us that choice.
Well, there's also that.
Okay.
They are family, at least.
I think that means something different to other families.
My mistake.
I'm sorry.
No, it was insensitive of me.
No. What? No. That's not what I meant.
So we're agreed?
I think we're
Our
agreed.
decision has changed.
Yes.
We are backing Bernard.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I am at peace with this.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah?
I think I will munch upon this fruit in the meantime.
Yeah,
Is there water anywhere?
Shaq's bowl is empty. Like the whole time he was like, oh yeah.
I'm suddenly very nervous.
Is this what you people do? Fuck.
Okay.
This much fruit?
So, some time goes by
There's no cactus.
as you munch upon.
He did miss the cactus. He was going to ask about it.
Can I get a refill in my cactus juice?
After a while, the senators begin filtering back in.
They're like entirely human, right? All of them.
Mostly,
Yeah.
but not entirely.
Because the capital is somewhat cosmopolitan.
Yeah, it's incredibly cosmopolitan.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
what does the mix look like?
It is mostly human, just because Arcadia is a mostly human kind of place.
These are not representative senators, are they?
No, they're not.
They're aristocratic.
No, correct. Yeah. You get into the Senate. You basically kind of have to buy your way in.
So it's like
Yeah, so not too different from ours. Yeah, correct. It's not representative of a region or a place or a group of people.
So I can't be like, that's the one from Melorn because he's an elf.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Correct. Yeah.
She, they.
But basically, they're the most important people in the city. Is essentially how you get to be on the Senate.
Well, like in the, deals with Caradhran and Malorn, I'm sure there's like influential people from those places who are like, yeah, I'd love to have a bit of that pie. Like,
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I just like.
I mean, our senators are still literally from states.
That's
like,
yeah.
As they make their way back in, the successors again take their place. Tangiers once more steps forward and says, "Now, senators, we will hear from our current champions, Hieros, that unless I much miss my guess, will have their names written into songs one of these days. Noble champions, tell us, please, long have we waited for your word. Who is it you favor?"
I will stand up. And I will say, hello. First of all, we would like to thank you for welcoming us into your city. The time we've spent here learning about court life here and the Republic at large and the problems that it faces now. After getting to know each of the successors, their strengths, we have decided to put our support behind Bernard.
A wave of mumbling runs through the crowd.
Suck it, government.
You look down at the three successors, and in fact, all three of them.
These are the most surprising picks. I'm glad we went with it.
Something's gotta change.
Bernard weeping into his hands. What?
Sometimes you do need a man. Anyway, just kidding. Just kidding.
Woo! Bernard, I just felt so bad about sticking my foot in my mouth like a week ago.
Anything else you want to say?
Thank you.
You can respond to this message.
That might have been 25 words. I mean, that's pretty good.
And I will sit back down.
I hold your hand as you sit back down.
I'll give you a
Does
pat on the
anybody
shoulder.
cheer?
It's a lot of like huffle and kerfuffle. You can't quite make out, and in fact, it's kind of hard to read what the temperature or the
It's
reaction
not that kind of
is.
game.
Yeah. There's a lot of like some people certainly look pleased.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Nobody's like, this guy?
Others turn to each other almost conspiratorially and begin murmuring back and forth. Others look perplexed, some dumbfounded. It doesn't matter. From what you understood is that the reason that you have been asked to come and speak here is because things were a little bit deadlocked. And it's customary to have champions speak at this sort of thing.
Ain't deadlock now.
So a third of them are cool with this.
Maybe the smallest third.
Small third.
But they feel great to win for them.
Oh yeah, all three of the successors look absolutely shocked. Maybe Bernard most of all. But Angier's kind of rings his gong, bung 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 bung, and says, "Order! Order! We will have order!"
Ding dong, bing bong.
Ding dong bing bong. The noble champions and heroes of song have selected to put their support behind successor Bernard. Have you anything to say, child of Arcadia?
Oh no.
And he is just sort of. Thank you.
Yeah!
I look forward to working with you and finding. I think we can save this place together. Yes, thank you, and yes. Then he steps back.
No! This is a grown man. He's also a baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be the
Both.
oldest person in the party and still baby.
Yes, you're correct.
Hello.
Yeah. No,
me and
you're
you.
Hieros' baby too.
All right.
We have now heard input from the successors and the champions. It is time the vote is cast.
The last couple of years, I gotta say, I've had a pretty stressful time watching voting results come in. So, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to go back to my room, pop a bottle of red wine, and think about it in the morning.
And it is
Binge eating fruit.
It is no less different here. So votes here are counted by eyes, and so they have each one step forward in turn. All those in favor, hands go up and are then counted. So you knew this whole time, it's not you picking, it's you making a recommendation,
Yes.
and that would carry very much weight.
Right.
Yes.
And so as the votes are being tallied and counted, and as the results are coming in, it is still an incredibly narrow thing. The final tally.
If this motherfucker's about to choose at random.
Can you imagine?
I just need to let you
I
know.
respect that. I
He
respect
rolls
that
a
as a DM choice.
And the winner is...
Rolls a D3.
Rolls a D3.
Rolls a
Who has D3s, Tasha?
Lowen.
I want one.
And he
Several.
bought them for a class.
I want them.
I love you, Lowen.
I love you, Lowen. I miss you.
45 for Alasia. 47 for Casca. 48 for Bernard.
My hands are so sweaty.
I'm shaking.
Is that the final count?
just
Is that the final
closed his
Is that the final
laptop.
vote?
Yes, it is.
That's the campaign? You closed your
He just closed his
Thanks for
laptop.
joining us, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed the
Stay
campaign.
tuned for season 2.
Poor Casca, she took all those hostages for nothing.
Whoops.
What are we gonna do with all
Foreshadowing,
these?
Freddy.
Stop.
So, as the final votes are tallied, we have it, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, noble champions, heroes of song. I present to you, with my distinguished honor, the new Duke of Arcadia, Bernard de Arcadia. This is an outrage!
Fucking course.
Everything goes silent. All heads turn towards Casca.
What is the light like in this room? In case case I need to shadow step and save someone's life.
It's the middle of the day, buddy.
Damn it.
Middle of the day.
Shit.
In an open, there's no ceiling on this building.
Fuck
so-
shit.
Sorry.
Fuck shit. Okay.
I mean, I guess technically there is a tunnel behind you, so if you went in there, I guess it would be shadowy. I
No,
suppose.
but I
You
can't.
have to see.
Can't
have to
see
be able to-
anything.
You should insight check, Haska.
I think she's pretty clear, you know?
That's fair.
Her face is fittingly enough, since you are sitting in a theater-like stadium seating, her face is a mask of rage. Bernard, this is your choice? Based on what? The whims of some outsiders who couldn't even save one of our most vital cities from destruction. I won't have it. I will not throw the city that I hold dear above all else to the wolves because of a split decision. It is well within the realm to contest. Too close. I will not have it. Heroes are not chosen, they lead. I won't be a part of this. Not if this is your choice. I will protect this country and save you all, even if I have to drag you to salvation. And she turns on her heels and goes. Do any of you want to do anything?
Does anybody leave with her?
No, but there is uproar immediately.
Yeah, use the dad voice on her. Tell her she's throwing a tantrum like a little baby.
Yeah, anything? You have the time.
Yeah, do I have any idea where, like, in the building she is now?
She's going out the exit, the entrance that you came in here to get into the chambers.
I'll be back. I'm going to book it as quick as I can to try and catch her
Okay,
before she goes.
you do so. And as she turns to leave, suddenly the din begins to pick up as senators begin shouting over one another. Bernard and Alasia look at each other, not quite knowing what to do. Angiers begins banging on his gong. Please, please, order, order! Yeah, give me an athletics check to get down there.
Okay.
Are you running?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
put in a little dad rage for a second, just
I can't
for a
go
minute.
down to her. We're going to end up fighting, you know that.
Athletics.
If you need to go after
Yeah.
him, go after him.
That is
What's
26.
26?
Turn it down, Scotch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, sorry, I put this back here. That's okay. I know that's too close to the mic, too. It's gonna pick that up. Good call.
I'm just a baby. 26. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm following him.
What is Bernard doing?
He looks a little nonplussed. He doesn't know quite what not the correct word.
Plussed.
He's very plussed.
He's very plussed. I'm gonna fly down to him real quick.
Kashak!
Okay. All right. Great. Seren.
Yeah, I'm gonna off the balcony and take some fall damage, maybe.
No, because
You're
you're
a
a
slow
bunk.
fall.
But also
Up to a point.
But beneath where you're sitting,
There's
it's
another-
Only, yeah, right. It's only like 20 feet down to the where it begins to slope down towards the bottom.
Yeah. Well, if Kashak's gonna fly off, I'm gonna Kashak and then also flip over the balcony and follow him.
You can't reach your mind, man.
Okay. Great. Please also give me an athletics check, or it could also be acrobatics, I guess, as well. To try to catch up with her because she's steam training her way out.
It can be acrobatics.
Yeah,
26.
You're roguey. Great. Dueling 26 is great. Okay. Great. So you guys are going to see Bernard. You are both going to see Casca.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that first then. So making your way down, the sounds of the chamber fall away kind of behind you as you stand in this long arched entryway. The bright sun from outside gleaming in at the far end, exiting back out into the city. You get down just in time to see her almost reach the end of the tunnel. What do you want to do?
Right,
I'm
this is
following
me.
you.
That's fair.
I'm following
I'm gonna call out to her. Gasca, please.
Okay.
A moment.
Okay. Okay, give me persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Still advantage on those because of a blessing from a morning lord once long ago. That is 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she gets down to the end of the tunnel, and you can see her, like, she begins to gesture to some of the guards sat at either entrance, and you see, sort of rounding the corner, her equivalent to Henri Demacy the gnome, the big dragonborn knight.
Calcif Trex.
Correct. And she kind of, hearing your voice echoing through the chamber, she whips her head around, still infuriated, and she begins immediately marching back down the chamber, back towards you. Calcitrix following her, one hand on the mace at his side.
My hands are up.
And she kind of like marches, her feet falling heavily and echoing, cascadingly around the huge arched chamber. Oh, I think you've had enough words for today, outsider.
I do not know very much, but I do know that if you leave, and if you take your people with you, neither half will survive.
This is something you know, is it? Just like you knew Bernard was the correct choice. Please, invite me into your world of wisdom and do explain to me these tales of my heroic noble brother and my self-sacrifice and sabotage. Please, clue me in. I've only lived here my whole life with the very blood of Miranda de Arcadia beating through my veins, but no, tell me the ways of my own people. Please.
The facts that matter are few, and they follow as such. The threat that this land faces is bigger than any one of us, and bigger, no matter how important we are, than any of our lineage. I come from the middle of the forest. My family is small, my people are few. But I have seen things in my time, as I know you have as well, coming from perhaps as different a life as I could. Things that tell me that pride will be the doom of all. It is pride we face, and if with that pride divide us, I am out of my depth here. I am a small man in a big world, but I am as much of a person as you, and you as much of a person as every life we saw lost out in this world.
Aye. Give me persuasion.
Fuck me.
Oh, morning, Lord! Give me that juicy, juicy stuff! Oh, God.
Holy shit!
You cannot crit on an ability check.
But you did
Still.
just now. I saw it with the dice.
It is a 22.
22.
It's 20 on the die for a 22. My hands are sweating.
Shit. Okay. Well, let's see. You say yourself you're out of your depth. Oh, yes, you are. I know what it is we face. I'm the only one who has ever thought to the defense of this place, while others sit on their laurels, thinking us high, mighty, and untouchable. I have trained to defend it from whatever ill may befall it.
No, that's the thing. You don't know. You don't understand what the danger is. It's bigger than you think. It isn't what you think.
Oh, and my brother does. Well, he may know exactly what comes. I'm sure he could give you the textbook definition of whatever it is. But what will happen when it comes and he is the one in charge? He will fold like a plucked chicken.
Not if you support him. You not sitting upon the throne does not mean you fail to exist.
Leadership comes from the top. If he sits atop, his cowardice and weakness will trickle down. That is what will fill the cups of our people, not strength.
You know your brother is not a coward. You know he is not weak. The blood of Miranda de Arcadia, as you say, is as much in his veins as it is yours.
Yes.
The three of you need each other. And this land needs the three of you. If anyone leaves, you wound your people, the people you swear to defend.
I knew you would never choose me. Not with Casca batting her eyelashes and Bernard performing his best impression of a baby deer standing up for the first time.
Casca, if I may, I am a simple man. I am not taken in by words. I am not fooled by attempts to charm me.
Again, you're wrong. We almost chose you, Casca.
Why didn't you?
Because at its very core, you misunderstand the threat. We've seen it. We've fought it ourselves. You don't understand what it is or where it's coming from. Bernard does.
Your words made us fear for you.
Persuasion.
Did I help with that sentence?
Oh, I am good at this.
You did, but there's going to be more than one.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Ooh. Okay. 17.
Okay.
What would you have me do, then? Since you are so wise, what should I do? What would you do were you in my position?
I cannot pretend to know, for you are in this position, but I would hope for you to do as you have done, to act as you are. I do not think, and nor do my compatriots, that you need to change in any way. You are the strong sword arm and the sturdy shield of this land. And if you do know this threat we face, you know it shall need you. You are not extraordinary because of the blood that flows through you. You choose to be as extraordinary as you are. I hope not to overstep.
One more.
What was that noise I made that one time? Unremarked. Okay. 19 again.
Damn, guys! Perhaps the dice just want it different than the DM.
I don't know.
You do overstep.
I bow my head.
But you may be right. I'm sorry. I lost my temper.
It is more than reasonable.
Gosh, what has happened to me? I was ready to burn this place to the ground to save it.
We have seen individuals go to similar lengths.
You are wise. Very well. I can't return just yet, just now.
No.
But I suppose I'll be seeing you about the court then, eh?
You do your ancestors proud. Your family proud.
We'll see. You'd best be standing next to me when this, whatever it is, comes.
I would like nothing more.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calcitrix takes his hand off his mace.
That's what I mean, is I was like, we talked to that person like a month ago, and then she went off the fucking deep end.
Well, things have continued happening.
You're correct.
And with all that, she turns, her cloak fluttering magnificently, and she goes.
Any choice we make is the right choice because
Correct.
that's what happens in the story.
Because we'll never know.
Yeah.
Like, we could have just not gone out together.
Yeah, correct. Well, that's what I mean. I say this to players all the time, is that as players, you have so much more power than the DM, right? Like, the DM brings the world into existence, but it's players that shape its course.
Yeah.
You know, by the simple act of choosing, which is what you did. And so now we've skipped an entire arc.
Oh shit!
When people
Now
talk
we
about
don't have to kill Casca.
when people talk about bad D&D, they usually mean unfulfilling D&D,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's usually either due to lack of communication, players don't know that you don't let the story happen to you. The DM doesn't tell you a story. Mm-hmm. You're also there.
Well, you thwarted the fascist dictator art.
It wasn't gonna be a bash. Well, you know, these things happen.
Art imitates life.
Military splinter arc, whatever you like.
Trevor's just like backspace, backspace, backspace.
Well, geez, you know,
This is more like a select delete kind of thing.
yeah. Yep. There it goes. Okay.
But that's okay because that's where we put in the slow burn enemies to lovers arc.
Yeah, we'll do another troll concert. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Control F Casca, switch to other.
Baska, Daska, Faska, Gaska.
Fasca. That's good.
It's got to start with D because A, B, C.
Oh yeah.
D.
I did not even do that on purpose.
Oh, I thought it was
I thought it
Elasia.
was.
I thought
No,
it was.
It's a
with an
laser
A.
with an A.
Oh, I also thought it was
purpose.
A. Yeah.
No.
I did not do that on purpose, even. Well, that's better than I even knew. Okay.
So Alasia's the oldest.
No,
Well,
Seren
who's to
knows.
say?
They're all
Everybody
born
knows.
simultaneously. We established this. Grape shot. Out the food.
Popped out of their mother's head like the Greek gods.
I was gonna say.
Like
They came out of
daisies.
clamshell.
Casca came out second, immediately grabbed a scalpel and held it to the doctor's neck, saying, "Nobody knows."
Nobody knows what order.
How is this baby speaking?
I'm spanking you.
You cry, bitch. Oh, man. Back in the Senate.
Wilhelm
Yeah, so you two flying through the air and leaping gracefully down from the box seats. You make your way down to the sort of main speaking platform where Angiers is desperately trying to bring the court to order. And Bernard is looking around a little panicked. And Alasia's just sitting back a little bit. What would you like to do?
Gonna walk up to Bernard.
I bow before I get to them.
Oh, no, please. There's no time, no need for that. Why did you choose me?
I told you.
Well, but you told me that you very explicitly that you weren't going to choose me.
Because I thought it was your choice!
Well, I said I was mulling it over, and I didn't think there was any world in we'd actually won.
I'm gonna
Why?
I'm gonna put a gentle hand on Bernard's shoulder and just be like,
Sorry.
That's the spirit. Bernard. You need to take a breath. You have a lot of responsibility to be thinking about. You look a bit like a baby there trying to stand up for the first time.
What on earth gave you that idea?
Calm yourself. I know that's difficult. We can speak later, but obviously there are many things about you that we have seen that we think would be a good choice. We can speak on them later. The only reason that I just thought it would make you unhappy.
Well, it's already begun. But no, you are right. You are both right. It's time for action. Casca may come back through that door any minute with a catapult, so I should get things back under control.
resistance. That's all I got.
A word might be more suitable here.
Yes, right, of course, yes. Very good thought. Yeah, and at this point, Angiers is turning around with a look on his face that screams, "This is kind of your job now, dude."
If I may,
Yes.
I'd like to cast Thorn Whip at the empty air in front of all the senators, or above them, rather.
Ooh, okay. Just please describe.
He takes his staff and holds it like you would a regular bullwhip and gives it a good flick, and it casts and flies out and
That's
creates a
really
snapping effect as loud as it possibly can.
Ah.
I understand that's not the intended effect, but it
That's not good for your ears.
does say whip.
Breaks the sound barrier.
Yeah.
Tinnitus.
Yes. Well, yes. So think at the crack, the sudden crack of a whip, the din lowers just a little bit, and Bernard steps forward, doing his best impression of a baby deer standing up for the first time.
Resistance. Just
Well,
for sure.
okay, you know what? It takes them a couple minutes, but they can run almost immediately.
That's true. They're not some weird alien worm that can't do anything for
A
3
year?
years.
Head too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he swivels back around again and looks at the two of you, and just like before he made his speech, he takes another deep breath, sort of rounds his shoulders a little bit, and he turns back, and he says, Senators, please, Please calm yourselves. It seems that the first challenge of Bahrain has introduced itself rather quicker than we had first assumed, but I am up to the task. Please, calm yourselves. I will have a word with my sister, and once that score is settled, I will have a word with each of you, and we can discuss the plans moving forward. This is not a moment for panic, it is a moment for celebration and calm. This is a moment, a lull in the storm, not the beginning of one. There is much to do, but much has been done today already. Please calm yourselves, return to your chambers, and you will be hearing from me shortly. Thank you. And there you go.
That's my baby, and I'm real proud.
He's doing great.
And things calm a little bit. Some people still look a little excited and a little uncertain and a little, there's a bit still mixed, but they do.
They're thinking about the stocks they're gonna go trade.
Yeah. But they do sort of filter out. And he turns back around to all of you.
Was
I alright?
that was marvelously done.
Not this way. That's going to take some getting used to. Well, I suppose we should head back. Elijah? Yes? Thank you for not threatening a coup. I hope that we can still work together. Yes, Ben. Of course. All I want is what's best for this place. Whatever that means. You can count on me. Just like when we were young, when Casca would chase you up a tree. I'll be there.
She didn't have to put this man on blast like that.
No one else is
She
there.
did a little.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Considering what just transpired.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yes, that is as comforting as it is hurtful to my feelings. Thank you, Malaysia.
Bernard, I am sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just I've got a lot of planning to do, and we've much to discuss. I meant what I said. I will throw my full efforts behind supporting you and keeping this place safe from that shadow that threatens us all. I meant it. I did. I believe you.
I don't envy you.
No, I wouldn't think so. But as you said, sometimes the best to lead is the one who doesn't want to. And I certainly don't. But I shall.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please, stop by my chambers anytime. I want to keep you all very close. Unless, of course, there is some rogue business that takes you afar. That I don't mean. I don't mean specifically all of you. Thank you. And he turns to go.
Is Elijah still here?
No, she's left as well.
Okay.
Well, very exciting, wasn't it? I must admit, I had not expecting Bernard as the pick, but there's a certain wisdom to it. I can see now, yes. As I said, I believed any of them can do it, and your choice would be a wise one, no matter what. I'm just glad to have a little bit of stability finally back. It'll do much good to get the kingdom's affairs in order. Well, I know it must have been a trying day for you, and though there is much to come, you should feel good about what you've accomplished here today, provided your friends are able to talk Casca out of an uprising.
With everyone filing out by that point, would we have...
They go a different. They go out
sure.
through the other exits to their individual Senate chambers. But yeah, if you finished your conversation with Casca and you wanted to go back, you see both Elijah and Bernard pass you as you make your way back inside.
Okay.
If you want to say anything to them.
Oh gosh. That part I hadn't thought about. I will, if I can stop Elijah for a moment on her way out.
She gives you a nod and goes as if to continue walking, but seeing you sort of gesture to stop her, she does so.
I wanted to thank you.
For what?
You speak often of the common people, of the people of this land. Well, as one of those people, I hope that you will continue to work with the new Duke to see to their well-being.
You know, there are many at court that accuse me of play acting, that I appeal to the small folk as some sort of populist edge to get them behind me and curry political favor. Do you believe this to be true?
I am not a man who is well-versed in politics. If you say this thing and your actions follow up with it, I believe you, of course.
I do mean it. If it matters.
You were the one who requested we go aid the people in direct suffering from a blight.
And you did so splendidly.
I have no reason to doubt you, and you have not given me one.
Your words are kind. I won't pretend I'm not stung, but I trust you are doing what you thought best. And you will always have my support.
You will have ours. You are... Though but one of you can sit the throne, I believe this to be true, that the three of you together will make the most effective ruler this land has seen.
With any luck. If the coming times are what I think they to be, we shall need a ruler as such. Thank you.
I do not wish to keep you.
Well, I hope to see you again soon for tea.
Of course, my lady. Thank you. And, yes.
She bows her head, cool and graceful as ever,
Mm-hmm.
and goes. To you as well.
Was that out of... Should I not have said?
No, I think it was alright.
She seems... She reminds me of Alcyone.
How so?
She is cool. And not easily heated.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe her. I do not think she wears the mask she is accused of wearing. But a mask all the same.
Yes.
Oh, there you are, says Bernard, coming down. Oh, well, thank you for making me Duke. That was...
The poggers.
GG, yeah.
The whole chat's going nuts right now.
That was the Senate.
Yes.
Yes.
But, did you speak to Casca? She's not going to murder me, is she?
No.
Oh, that is a relief.
I had a conversation with her.
Yes, we were able to head her off.
Mm.
So she will... She has promised you her support.
Right. I must admit I am stunned. It's not just anyone who can talk Casca down when she's in a rage.
Oh, I have... Well... I have 5 children.
Well, that would help, wouldn't it?
One of them is large and angry.
Well... Could I put you in my cabinet? Official Casca diffuser.
You have our support.
Well, I shall need it. Thank you, truly, for all that you said. It meant the world.
It is true.
Yes.
Well, I have much to do, and I've already spoken to the other 2 of you, but please, take the rest of the day. It was not an easy thing you did today. You were sort of thrown into all this mess, but goodness, if you haven't chosen to roll around in it with us splendidly.
Well,
I'm most appreciative.
I believe you will do very great things.
yes. That's why we chose you.
Well, then I'll believe you.
I also know you will not do them alone.
No, goodness, no. takes all kinds and all that. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I suppose I should go speak with Casca and...
My duke, if I may.
That does have quite a ring to it. Yeah, please.
Give yourself the grace you would show the others.
What a thought. What a notion.
You may breathe. It would be well.
Well, I'm no stranger to holding my breath. This won't be the first thing that's ever caught it in my throat. But thank you. I shall take this into advisement.
Baby boy.
He's baby.
This one.
He's baby.
We shall not keep you any longer.
Yes, I do hope to see you again soon.
Yes.
Excellent. Duke, eh? Wish Father could see it. Don't know that he would have believed it either. But I hope he would have been proud.
All the more reason to be.
Yes.
Yes, well, thank you again.
Ow.
Yeah.
I am
Fuck.
determined to find one person in this kingdom that's like, yes, Bernard, the correct choice. I expected it all along.
It's me.
We'll find them. We'll get there.
We're gonna go.
I wanted this the entire time.
No, but like somebody in court that's like, yes, no, how could they have chosen anyone else?
We're gonna go get the second game of Ice and Shadow or whatever. It's Game of Light and Shadow book tomorrow, and Vasili's gonna be like, or the third one, and Vasili's gonna be like, thank God.
Yeah.
Woo! My store is gonna do great.
I've got a trip to cancel.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go.
He goes, yes, and then...
I
Find
guess
our
we can
friends.
convene out in
yeah,
the hallway.
if you like, sure, yeah. Uh-huh.
What happened? Are you alright?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
I half expected to come out and see you in a fist fight, I'm not gonna lie.
We somehow managed to say the right things. She will not. She will support him.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for tending to the new Duke. How did it? Well, you had the first interaction with him. How did he take?
He did well. He's afraid, but I'd be frightened if he wasn't.
He's stepping into the role.
It's an adjustment.
Yes.
He is more grounded than anyone gives him credit for.
Himself included.
Yes.
Anyone.
What on earth do we do now?
This is the very reason we were brought to this place.
We were contracted to steal something, were we not?
You want to go right to burglary? I mean, my nice things. At least let me go change.
Maybe not right this second.
I will say here and now, I am not fit for burglary. I am A. Loud. B. I do not squeeze into small places very well. And 3, was I doing numbers?
You were doing letters.
C.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I think the first thing I would like to do is peel these off.
Oh, you are
You don't
sweating.
like it?
They look fine. I don't really look at myself much. I don't know. They look nice. I'm nervous. I don't...
There's a mirror
Let's
in your
go
room,
change.
though. All right.
This is the benefit of flowing like the wind.
True. It's not really something that you wear when you don't want to be noticed, and we know how I feel about being noticed. Let's go.
I like that she gave me no sleeves.
She knew.
She always knows.
She was like, oh, this guy's a hunk.
She's like, he's just gonna want Dissimo them off if I don't put them.
Sleeves are bullshit.
No
Okay.
sleeves and a kill.
Wow. Well, job well done, y'all.
Alrighty.
Yeah. What is the plan next?
Yeah.
Should we have an in-game?
That's not like I have something to say. I'm just like, what's the plan?
Should we have an in-game convo about this?
Yeah.
I don't want to steal.
I'll wait until we long rest.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, is there any other business anyone wants to do today?
I would like to at least meet back at the rooms.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can all head back there.
Is it chance?
It's what, late afternoon?
I was gonna say it's not even that late.
Mid-afternoon?
Yeah, it's that took a little bit longer than it felt.
Yeah,
Sure. It was funneling in and out and much discussion.
Those senators are old. They have to,
Right. Yeah.
Everybody had
So
to
let's say
pee.
actually, as you leave the Senate chambers, it is just sunset. The sky ablaze with pink light that takes up the whole wide sky. It's a beautiful evening. They're glistening off the bay around you, and
I contemplate writing a letter to a gentleman in Malorn, and then I think better of it. For now.
yeah, you make your way back to the ducal palace. Now, whether duke to fit, and head back to your chambers. And as you make your way, Chauncey, as is his custom, is standing by the entrance to your hallway. And he says,
Oh, masters and mistresses, how did it go?
Have you not heard?
Well, I want to hear it from you.
I dearly hope you never have to do something that stressful.
No, I much prefer a simple life, never had the courage for politics.
You are a wise man, Mr. Chauncey.
Yes. But I must inquire all the same. Who is our new Duchess and or Duke?
Oh, this will be fun.
Who do you think it is?
Let us not lead the poor man off.
We put our support behind Bernard, and the Senate agreed.
Really? Bernard, is it? Well, not that it much matters, but that would have been my pick too.
Yes!
Freddy got it!
Freddy found his guy.
My man!
I was waiting for either that or.
You know what I was waiting for?
Fuck!
I was waiting for the, illusion magic comes up and it's an assassin and he's like, I gotta go!
No!
You're like, ah!
Now I know who to kill.
Yes!
okay.
Well, your rooms are just as you left them. I must ask, I have so enjoyed tending to you in your time here. Now that the reason that you've come is ended, will you stay in the capital?
Well, we have that keep. I suppose we could keep it if we don't want to be here.
Yes, we do, I believe, still have business here. I mean, we're going to have to work with Bernard and...
At least
We'll be
for
about.
a few days, a week or so.
Good, good. That's comforting to know. I've grown quite fond of you. I hope I didn't overstep to say.
No, not at all.
You are perhaps the greatest man I have met in the land of Arcadia.
Oh, please, you are far too kind. I'm sure it's been a trying day. I'll let you retire. If there is anything you should need, so I know you won't, but all the same, you know what to do.
Thank you, Chauncey.
Thank you, Chauncey. And then I bow as he bows. And then I bow as he bows. And then I bow as he bows.
And the circle, and it goes on and on.
His poor back.
No!
I'm in half now.
Yeah, so head back to your room.
Alright.
I'm gonna see
Any other business for the eve?
gonna see what furniture the guy destroyed.
Let's roll for it.
No.
No, you good. You as you walk in, he's got his hands up on the windowsill and is watching the sun go down.
Ow. That's the sun, buddy. You never saw it before.
No.
I'm gonna go kneel by the window with him and watch the sun go down.
He turns his head to you for a minute, and then he kind of along the windowsill scooches closer to you until you're bumping shoulders. And then he just turns his head back and watches it go.
Would it be alright if we would talk for a moment?
Of course, yes.
We did the thing that we were to do,
Yes.
and that is good. That does beg the question, what is next for us?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to... I am in a strange position. I do not wish to be selfish, for indeed it is not the way a hero is meant to be. And I know much preparation and time must go into this sort of thing, but I am fearful of going immediately after this threat.
No, I don't think we would stand a chance right now.
I just wanted to mention that.
In, a week or two, we could go to wherever the canny shepherds will be.
Yes, somewhere in the keeplands they're meant to be, and get what information we can from them, but I don't know what we'll do once we have it.
Bring it back here to Bernard, see what he thinks, perhaps. I don't wonder if he knows any more about the Tower of Stars, now that we've given him some more ammunition, or if he might do.
If it is not already the case, we should see about having as direct a line of communication as possible between him and the gentleman, Madison.
Right.
For he seems to be the person most in the know. And this... Yeah, I have a difficult time seeing it as beautiful now. This thing in the middle of this...
The sunset light, as you look out over the island and see it in this light, it sort of takes on this inky, purplish sheen as the sun sets around it.
That's a wise thought.
We need... I would like to visit Wyvern Glen soon to appraise of the situation.
Do you want us to be there, or do you want to do that alone?
It is entirely your choice. Though perhaps I would be braver if I had my friends with me.
We can go with you.
I'd like to.
I don't know what we need to set in order here with Bernard now, but
Yeah.
I would like to visit Barovia.
That would be nice.
We can see Dwarek. We can see Castor.
Yes.
We can see Arena, the Martikovs.
We can ask Arena if she knows anything more about this thing within the temple.
Perhaps we can at least investigate as best we could.
And if we're adding anything to the list, then I do think maybe popping by the Mage's College wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. If perhaps I'm misremembering this thing that Adrasto said about leaving behind some belongings, then that would be mine, but if we're going after something scary and magical, then perhaps they will have ways of... I don't know.
They may have information there that that the lodge does not have access to, perhaps.
If we've chosen someone to lead through knowledge and information, then it shouldn't hurt to have connections to knowledge and information, that's all.
Yes.
Yes.
And now that a successor has been chosen, I think lines of communication can be more readily made, since they know who they are meant to be speaking to, yes?
Mm-hmm.
True.
I don't know. This is much bigger than me.
Than all of us.
Yes.
And if we get bored of all of that, there's a really terrible man on the plains that I think has a comeuppance coming.
I would like to speak with this man.
I would love for you to speak with this man.
You may speak with him.
Oh, I think I was trying to do a euphemism.
You want to hit him?
You want to hit him?
Yes.
Good.
Preferably.
Good. I would kind of... well... Let's make sure the odds are in our
You won't
favor.
be entirely welcome back there, just so you know. But,
Oh, I wasn't planning on that.
I just want to see the look in his eyes when he sees me.
I will speak with him once.
Speak with dead is a spell, no? Oh,
Yes,
God.
there's that to
I
do.
think for the first time, I need a drink.
Oh,
Do we want to go for one, or do we want to have one brought to us?
How do you feel?
Either way is all right with me.
I don't know that I want necessarily to be in public as the Hieros of Arcadia tonight.
Then let us perhaps see if Chauncey can locate something. And tomorrow night we must meet with our naked friend.
Oh, right.
You never met him naked.
yes, he did.
No?
No.
No, but that is the first time
the first thing you heard about Axel was
Right,
when
yes.
everyone met him naked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
I look at the bell.
Uh-huh.
If I want it, I have to do it. And then I pick up the bell.
He's just right outside.
I don't think he just
but
stands there waiting for us to ask for something.
He just stands there when we're not here.
Must have strong legs.
I ring the bell.
Yes, mistress.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
I told you I would never do this.
But that is what it's for.
You idiot!
My God, woman!
Surrie's actually giggling a little bit.
I get paid. It's fine.
Is there any way you could bring maybe a bottle of wine or two up here?
Ah, but of course I'll be more than pleased. Just a moment.
Thank you.
And it goes game. And after just a few minutes, he returns with a silver tray with 2 bottles of wine sat on it, and actually a little bit of a card sitting on it with a big B written on the front of it.
Something special for you.
And he hands it over.
Thank you. I'll never do it again. I'm sorry.
It is what it is for. But as you please, mistress. Do enjoy.
Thank you.
And he
What
goes,
does the card say?
opening it up. Hello again. I didn't think that you would pick me, but I like to plan for all eventualities. So
He wrote this like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
He's burning a few in his office right now.
But in the unlikely event that you do select me,
How did he write that?
Ellipses.
I wanted to have something special to celebrate with. So I reached out to the old valley to see if I couldn't procure a treat for you. And as you turn the bottle around, it is the Champagne de l'Estompe.
Oh my goodness.
She stays completely still, but the little Madison-shaped sprite in her brain is doing laps.
That's so very sweet.
Bernard in his office. Memes if I don't get elected.
Oh, that's so very sweet.
Oh. Now I kind of don't know. Yes, I do want to open it. And I open it. Does it fizz or is it just...
Yeah, it's bubbly. It's bubbly. Yeah.
Pour.
Pull.
Yeah.
Hieros, do you want to go right over the bottle?
Oh, no, this is for sharing.
Why did the bottle scream?
Yeah, there were a couple of flutes on the tray as well.
This one, there's bubbles in it. This one's actually quite nice.
It's
If you'd
very
like
nice.
some.
You should have just a little.
Just a little bit. You will like it, I promise.
It's very good.
And I
These are
don't...
his wings.
You don't have to. I won't force you, but this one is very nice.
It tastes happy.
Yes.
You'll like it, Kashek. You don't have to. We're not pressuring you. You don't have to, but...
Pour a little bit.
Bubbles go up your nose.
Not a weird bird tongue.
Yes, but dipping in, it is as delightful as you remember it. And customary for Champagne de l'Estompe, there is magic coursing through it that makes it just have a hint of your favorite, most excellent, exquisite flavor.
I'm gonna do a little pinky dip and feed some to Mr. Man since he's apparently a teenager now.
Little tipple for the boy.
Ooh. How did they make it taste like groundwater?
What?
Yeah.
What did he just say?
Groundwater?
Yes.
Fresh water?
The finest in the desert.
Huh. That's new.
There is an aspect of it that tastes a little bit like whatever you like.
Ah. Well, they hit it spot on.
Good.
Good, I'm glad you like it, Kashek.
So offering a little bit to the baby, he tears his eyes away from the sunset for long enough to take a few laps of it, and he sort of clicks his little beak a few times, and he can't scrunch his nose because he's an owl bear, but you get the feeling that that's what he's doing, and he blinks his big eyes a few times. And he just looks into your eyes. No, you catch just a little something back there. Like this is familiar to him somehow. And he sneezes. And then goes back to just doing baby things.
You feed him enough, then he molts.
I don't think he's gonna mold.
He's gonna molt.
It'll turn him into featuring Ludacris from Big Mouth, where he's like, I remember.
Well, okay. If we're all gonna like parallel play in this room, well, I'm okay. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna put my jammies on then, my comfy clothes.
I'm still in my fancy clothes. I like it.
And then if nobody really says anything for a while, I'm going to stay in the group and have a few drafts at a letter to Taliesin.
Okay.
You were gonna say something though.
What did Irina say about Adrastos? She did not eat him.
She did not eat him.
Good.
Just that he was there.
He delivered message.
And I think we asked if he was very annoying, and she said they didn't spend that much time together.
Right. Alsani would have asked that. I'm assuming he either would have gone back to Wyvern Glen then, or where that boy is.
You know, it's not really my place to have an opinion on your children. It's just, I understand, I think, the impulse for everyone to think that Adrastos is a little much. I kind of like it.
Oh, I do not think any of my children are too much.
Well, you wouldn't.
Why not?
You're their father.
I fail to see the effect that has.
You're Hieros, and your heart is very big.
Well, I am a tall man after all.
Yes. That's what I meant. You're very
Besides,
tall.
I'm a giraffe. Not me, the heart.
What the hell is a giraffe?
A giraffe heart's very big.
Dear Taliesin.
I don't know what that is.
Bigger than most.
I suppose that makes sense.
No, he is a good man. He is a good boy, a good man.
Yes.
And he is wildly inventive, and that is a trait that has gotten him in trouble, but I like it.
It's endearing.
I would say
Yes.
so.
He can be irritating, but in a way that a brother is.
Well, for you that makes very much sense. It is nice to drink this again.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
And it was very kind of Bernard to procure it for us.
Oh, yes.
I think we should leave them all alone for a little while. But
Yes.
I might pop back up and just check in with all of them at some point.
I think a disservice has been done to all three of them. They are understood as defined by one or two traits. There is kindness in all of them, not just Elijah. There is wisdom in all of them, not just Bernard. And there is strength in them all, not just Casca. And I think the people will see this.
Yes,
I hope so.
But I'm glad we made the choice we did.
me too.
Yes.
Anything else for the evening?
If we're just hanging out in group hang, I'm gonna grab my little lute from my room and strum a little bit. Something new.
Kishek, I don't want to bother you. Would you feel like delivering this once I'm done with it, or shall I courier it?
It would be faster if I do it.
Then I might take the liberty of establishing that communication. With Bernard and my Taliesin.
Ah! You have been writing, yes.
You look at the paper and it's like
The-
words and then like scratched out. It's like scratched out. Deer was scratched out at one point. And then I kind of like rub the charcoal off of it like completely. Sort of, yes.
I sit very close to Hieros.
Do you that letter? Do you want to actually send me something, or
Sure.
give me spark notes, or whatever? However you want to handle it is it's up to you. You don't need to do it right now.
Yeah,
you can say if you want to send me a text or so, or a message or something.
Yeah, I will.
That's totally fine.
Sure.
Yeah, great.
They keep saying how we will be in songs. But I think someone needs to start writing these songs, yes? That makes sense.
I suppose so.
Hmm.
Do you intend to?
I don't know. Don't know if I like this one.
Well,
A thought.
Would wouldn't be too bad, I guess. If someone you cared about wrote it for you, maybe.
No. I didn't. I didn't mean to. No! That's not what I meant.
This one sucks.
Don't know if this is the right one for it, but. No, that's not. You stop that now! I would never.
I was trying to match it to you playing a different song. Anyway.
Oh.
But they'll be about you as well.
Oh, well, yes.
I do have something I would like to do in my free time. I just
Yes, sir.
remembered. Not right now. It's too late, probably. But
Okay.
if we have time in the morning,
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to go to a music store
Okay.
by myself. It's fine.
Sure. Yeah, that's all right. We can do that.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for the night.
Okay. All right, then.
So really quick, would I be able to fly out of my window, as I am wont to do, and procure these items this late? I can catch the animal sacrifice. It's an animal sacrifice or check.
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And incense equivalent to 25 gold pieces?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to get back to my room, separate from them, and I am going to cast divination. And I won't even bother checking that because we're about to go to sleep.
Specific goal event or activity to occur within 7 days.
Yes. So Kashak is going to fling the incense around since he doesn't have a censer, but that's how he would do it in the desert anyway. And I'll say that I caught a vole in one of the fields in the tower courtyard. And he just slits his little neck with a talon. Hey man, law,
Give him a little.
A vole?
law of the desert, baby.
It's the circle-
He's being very respectful.
circle of
about
life.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna eat him. Yeah, and it'll like drip onto like some of the incense that he piled up. And if someone else were in the room, you would feel the temperature noticeably rise, and the incense. You mean a lay person may not be able to tell that it is actually transmogrified into sand, but the sand is now sort of like spinning around the room calmly. And Kashek is going to ask, is Casca going to respect the election? And you can tell me if that's specific enough to get an answer. So it needs to be about an event, but I'm sort of asking in the negative.
Yeah, you're asking if she will. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Okay, cool. Short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. I did the omen last time, so.
Sorry, a lot to throw at you, but I just remembered that I had that, and I was like prepared, and I was like, oh, that might not be a bad idea, actually.
Oh, that's a good call.
You could also tell me offline if you wanted to.
No, I can do it now.
Okay.
I can do it now. So you sort of open yourself up to the flows of nature. And as you stare out the window into the night sky, it's a very, very clear night. And there are just three, passing before the moon, three thin wisps of clouds pass in front of the moon. And as they move across the sky, blocking its light for just a moment, they all merge into one and move past them.
Huh. As it will be then. And I will take the vole and I will at least fly down to the ground and place him into the dirt.
Oh.
Maybe not dig him a grave, but like he's on dirt. Some cats will wander by and
sure.
I won't just fling him out the window.
Okay.
Good luck.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm going to text you.
Okay.
What I just wrote.
Okay.
Kashak, are you in your room or are you in our room still?
I'm in my room.
Kashak,
And in fact, I would be turning in, but go ahead.
you get a little knock on your door.
A knock.
I've never received.
He walks up
I know what to
It's like a kid on Christmas.
and he takes the handle very carefully and he twists it and he pushes and says, oh.
That was very well done.
Oh, hello, Seren.
Oh no, Weird Owl Head!
I don't know if I've gotten this across. He can be a little off-putting.
Yes.
Okay, but like
Much like a barn owl.
we're not really like traipsing around in the night most of the time. But like his room is completely dark and the hallway's probably
The
barely
red
lit.
reflex in your eyes is always glowing. I'm there with
That and like he's only 5'2", but his wings are constantly above him, and it gives like like an owl can like break. Okay, just wanted to make sure that was coming across.
I'm sure
That's
to
good.
the average person you're very off-putting, but it's considered
Well.
to both people to whom you are speaking is
Yeah.
Seren and Madison.
Can you
She killed
imagine?
Count Stradbon's daughter.
It's like
No,
can you?
I'm just saying that I like owls.
Can you imagine a human servant coming by and seeing a drow talk to an owl person in the dead of night?
Oh my god, both of our eyes.
Am I sleepwalking again?
Carol's in the hallway, like, gotta just take a leak. And both of us turn around and he's like,
We both look at him and our eyes are reflecting different light.
mine are like bright green and yours are like red.
Spoopy.
Kashak, I don't want to make a decision without the rest of them. Can I come in?
Can you?
May I come in?
Does the knock allow that?
You allow that because I have knocked.
Oh.
Or not.
Well, then by all means.
Thank you. I don't want to make a decision regarding our items from the rest of the group. But I'm just thinking about, and I pulled the sending stone out of my pocket. We haven't really had a lot of use out of these, no? It just sort of seems that it's always you and I.
Yes.
Could you be persuaded to part with it? Thank you. I thought, well,
Kashek, possession.
yeah. Seren, possessing.
Yeah.
We're shaking hands. Oh, thank you. It doesn't need to be now. And I will put the sending stone in the envelope, or that I have the letter in.
Okay.
Because you really don't have a candle or anything in here. That's very lovely.
I can see everything I need to.
As can I. It's more the wax that I'm looking for, actually.
Oh, that I do not have.
Is there a candle in here?
Yeah, anyway, good.
If he has one lit, then there are candles. Yeah.
I was gonna say
But
they're
I
all
know
like
that-
untouched from when they prepared the room, so.
Can I light one quickly and wait for it to melt a little bit?
Sure.
And then seal my letter up with it?
You sure can.
It doesn't need to be right now, obviously, but at some point, would you mind taking this to Mallow for me?
Of course, I will do so tomorrow.
Thank you. And if we find that we need more of those, then I will certainly have enough money on me. That's it. That's all. I'll replace them if the group as a whole needs them, but...
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Of course. Sleep well.
You as well. Shuffle out.
Penny.
Do I hear the knock behind me as I'm leaving?
Yeah.
The ceiling.
Good old Kashak. All right. That feels a place to me. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's call it there.
Yeah, feels good.